In today's news, Belal Muhammad slams Leon Edwards' claim he doesn't deserve title shot. Josh Emmett describes feeling of brutal knockout of Bryce Mitchell, responds to criticism for his celebration. Leon Edwards' coach prefers Gilbert Burns' fight next, as he brings more to the table than Belal Muhammad. Chael Sonnen agreed that Colby Covington crossed the line, but UFC shouldn't police speech. Before we continue, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts down below. Belal Muhammad's frustration with Leon Edwards is reaching its boiling point in the UFC welterweight division. Despite Muhammad's impressive 10-fight unbeaten streak and multiple wins over top-ranked opponents, Edwards continues to downplay his chances at a title shot. Muhammad, who took a fight on 3 weeks' notice to help Edwards, is now demanding recognition as the rightful challenger. Muhammad points out that while Edwards waited for his title shot during his own winning streak, he faced opponents outside the top 5, whereas Muhammad has dominated top-tier fighters. Even fellow fighters like Shavkat Rakhmonov consider Muhammad the real #1 contender. Despite Edwards' reluctance, Muhammad remains ready for a title shot and is even willing to fight him in England, Edwards' home turf. The tension between them escalated on social media, with Muhammad accusing Edwards of ducking him, and Edwards responding with dismissive comments. Here is a little back and forth between them on social media. Who do you think Leon should fight next? Belal or Shavkat? Tell us in the comment section. At UFC 296, Josh Emmett delivered a devastating knockout that felt like a home run in baseball or a golf course moonshot. His thunderous punch sent Bryce Mitchell crashing to the canvas in a jaw-dropping moment. But what followed was a mix of celebration and concern. Mitchell appeared to convulse after the knockout, leaving Emmett anxious. Despite facing criticism for his immediate celebration, Emmett expressed his raw emotions and genuine concern for his opponent. Mitchell, who didn't remember the knockout, praised Emmett for not following up with another punch. In the end, both fighters showed respect for each other, emphasizing their shared pursuit of success in the octagon.
People gave you shit for that?
Yeah, I think it's like we can't win no matter what. You know, I did get quite a bit of stuff, and because I was saying it's hard to celebrate when I see someone in that position, but everything's moving so fast. It's like fighters understand this because we're going in there, we're fighting for our life, our livelihood. Anything can happen, and it's like these raw emotions, and I did what I was supposed to do. I want to have the biggest, knockouts. I want to be exciting, and I went in there and delivered. Yeah, I was excited, so I let it all out. And then by the time I look back and I see what he's going through, I take a knee and wish him all the best. And yeah, he's doing well. So I'm happy for the outcome, but.
Dave Lovell weighs in on potential contenders for the UFC welterweight title. While acknowledging Belal Muhammad's earned contendership, Lovell expresses a preference for a matchup with Gilbert Burns, citing Burns' history. Edwards, unbeaten since 2016, seeks his next challenge after defeating Colby Covington at UFC 296. Muhammad, also on a winning streak, defeated Burns recently. Lovell's choice for the next challenger remains Burns, but he acknowledges uncertainty surrounding the decision and mentions a potential return for Edwards at UFC 300 in April, considering Edwards' current form and readiness.
Well, let's put it real. Bilal's earned his place, hasn't he? Even though he still hasn't done what Leon did. He didn't go through the tribulations Leon did. But you know what? He's earned himself his contendership. To be honest, if I really had a choice, but I don't think it will happen, I would like Leon to fight Burns, but Burns had two bites of the cherry. I think maybe they'd want Burns maybe to have a couple more before, if he was going to be a contender for Leon. But if I had...
Chael Sonnen, known for his trash talk in the UFC, believes in letting the audience, not promoters or regulators, decide the boundaries of speech in MMA. While he personally disagrees with Colby Covington's comments about Leon Edwards' late father, he thinks relying on fines and punishments for offensive speech is inconsistent. Sonnen prefers the audience's judgment as the ultimate measure. He acknowledges the UFC's past attempts to enforce a code of conduct, but notes the promotion's recent hands-off approach to fighters' speech. UFC CEO Dana White emphasizes free expression, though there are some limits, such as the ban on bringing national flags into the octagon. Sonnen sees the ever-shifting line of what's considered over the line and believes there shouldn't be rigid rules governing speech in MMA. He emphasizes that words in themselves shouldn't have the power to cause harm.
Didn't feel like that was a bridge too far? You would just say like, hey, it's the fight game?
No. Oh, no. I would think he went too far. I'm just saying that I don't believe he should have a repercussion for that.
Okay.
Beyond the crowd.
Right.
I mean, he's doing it for the crowd. He's trying to win over the crowd. He's trying to get an emotion and reaction for the crowd. You know, there's a difference in having attitude or saying something wrong. So, but that is the checks and balances. No, I wouldn't want that written down. I wouldn't want a commission. I wouldn't want a little board that you had to answer to. We had to deal with that in MMA, man. The weirdest dude I've ever met in my time in the sport, and that's a lot. There was a guy named Kaiser. I can't remember his first name, but Kaiser